First Lady and Minister for Karamoja Affairs Janet Kataha Museveni appeared from the rear end of 4th floor of Parliamentary building at about 10 a.m. and headed straight to the Parliamentary Public Accounts Committee room. She was unusually early, arriving even before Committee Chairman Terego MP Kassiano Wadri. Inside the room, the First Lady and Ruhama Member of Parliament organized her document in readiness to face her colleagues, who have waited to grill her for over 4 months. The most critical of the things she had to answer is the trip to Israel 9 times in just September of 2010, using money meant to rehabilitate northern Uganda, but Mrs. Museveni denied all this.
Even physically, to say that you have made 9 trips to Israel in a month presupposes that you are just airborne. You from Entebbe, you reach Tel Aviv, from Tel Aviv you say, I'm going back because I'm duty bound to make sure the 9 trips are made. And it is in that context.
Let me state here categorically that I did travel to Israel once in September 2010.
First Lady claimed that some corrupt officials in the office of the Prime Minister were using her name to steal public funds in the false belief that they would never be found out. She distanced herself from the financial impropriety, explaining that she had a personal assistant who handles all her travels and she would table all the requisite documents to the committee, including her passport.
Saying that we will avail the documents that show those who traveled and how much money was used. It wouldn't be right for me to stand here and talk about sums that I'm not very sure about.
This blatant lie was sold by those who sought to cover their misdeeds, I believe. And why should lies be told and yet we claim to be fighting corruption?
Unlike her boss Prime Minister John Patrick Amama Mbabazi, who had light moments with the MPs, Mrs. Museveni asked the committee members to restrict themselves to the written documents she had presented, but the MPs then questioned her issues affecting the Karamoja docket.
Said you visit Karamoja as often as you visit Ruhama. How do you travel to Karamoja? Which route?
Now, what infrastructure do you have in place as a ministry to achieve your stated?
What the cost of your political supervision of Karamoja is?
People who discuss monies, who deal with funding, have been here, have given you all the information, and I wouldn't want to go into that.
Madam Minister, excuse me, you see these honorable colleagues here, some of them may also be having their personal guns, but they're not allowed to come with them here.
Drama ensued when Committee Chairman Kassiano Wadri ejected Mrs. Museveni's bodyguards from the committee room for violating parliamentary procedures and entering with guns.
If you have a gun, please stand up and you will be in the corridor, so that if you think there's anything going to happen to our colleague, then you can swing into action from the door. But not with yes, not with it.
The 2 last witnesses, Premier John Patrick Amama Mbabazi and Mrs. Museveni, seem to have left the committee with many unanswered questions on the 50 billion shillings OPM financial scandal. In the next few weeks, the committee will retreat to compile its report to be debated in the House and recommendations made to government. The appearance of the interdicted OPM principal accountant Geoffrey Kazinda before the committee is still shrouded in legal complexities, yet many witnesses have blamed him for the scandal. Kazinda is in Rizila prison, from where he comes to attend his trial in the anti-corruption court. Jordan Muwangizi, NBS Television, Parliament.